Today we are going to work on the steps when you issue a new policy. So you have all of the correct activities in Applied and have the appropriate documentation attached. So how to scan applications to Applied. The scanning process is going to be different depending on what type of scanner you're using. So for these purposes, I've already got the PDF scanned to my computer. So now that I'm in TAM Online, I'm just going to hit Upload Center and let that open. And it's going to end up being open on my actual desktop outside of TAM Online. So now I need to find where I have those files attached if it'll let me open it. And I want to pull over this auto application, the homeowner's application. So you can see I'm just dragging and dropping the files from where I've saved them over to Upload Manager, and it's already going to put them in the My Documents folder in TAM Online. And then once it's fully uploaded to the Upload Center, it deletes itself from my computer, so I don't have to go back later and try to remember what I've already attached. Because then once I attach it and Applied, it's going to delete it from my documents in there as well. I don't know why this is being so picky, I can't get to it. There we go. Okay, so now go back to TAM Online and we'll go to that customer. I've just issued these 3 policies. So you can see the first thing I did was added my billing screens. This is important because when the policies come down in the download or Jacinta goes in to attach a copy of the new policy into attachments, the PDF, she can find the customer and she has a billing screen to associate each with. So the first thing I'm going to do is put in my activities. So I go to activities and I hit add. For each one of these policies that I've issued, I'm going to add an issue activity. This way I can prove when I submitted it to Penn National to be issued so that if anything happens, I can prove that coverage was bound on my end and they dropped the balls on their end. Paid in full, $17.12. Annual with installments is $1,800. I'm going to put the policy number in. And I'm going to leave this open and I won't close it until I actually physically have the new policy. I'm also going to put in a sale activity for each policy. That is because this isn't a rewrite, it's new business. And just in case somebody's having some type of contest, we always want to put our sale activities in, and that's how we track new business as well. So I'm going to issue the home, and my home. This one is 4A. I did not put the policy numbers in here because every company is different. Some of them want the spaces, some of them don't, so that way when the download comes in, it won't create a problem and we can just download it the way that the system wants it to download. My sale activity for the home. I don't have to put the company in because it's already here. I don't really have to put home in because it's right there. Really the only thing that's important is the amount, the premium, because if it's a contest we're doing who sold the most, we need to have the amount filled in. Give me this. This is also good because if you're out next week, the customer calls in, hey, I was supposed to have a policy effective 8/1, I haven't gotten a bill yet, I haven't gotten a policy yet, I don't have an ID card, whatever. they can look up and say, oh, well, it looks like she just issued them on 8/1, so it usually takes them a little bit longer, and, you know, ease their mind, but at least they know where you're at in the process if you put all these activities in. So I close the sale activities, but I leave the issue activities open again until the policies are sold. Since I put the applications through the Upload Center, they are now sitting in my Documents folder, and I can go ahead and drag and drop each application to the appropriate billing screen. And that way the policy is already associated. I just have to put in the category, which is application. If you don't know it for sure, you can double click since there is a question mark and pull it up. You don't usually have to do a subcategory, but there are some there if it's applicable. Like there's a rewrite category, so if you were rewriting this, you could put rewrite. It would make it stick out better when you go to filter it. And just the company, the type of application, and the effective date is usually good enough. I copy and paste it so I don't have to type it again, and put it into the first screen of the activity, because when you're looking through all the activities, that's what you see first, is the first line. The notes are over here, or you have to double click it to see the notes, so it doesn't really help when it's down there. It helps when it's up here most of all. If you have more information, put it down there. The homeowners, I have the photos, and I can hit the control button and pick 2 or more at a time and attach them together as one by saying group files. It's going to look like one attachment, and apply settings to all files will give it the same category. So I'm going to highlight it, apply to all settings, and hit attach. It gives me then one activity. I can close it. I've already uploaded it to Penn National, and as you can see, it looks like one attachment, but if I double click it, there is 2 still there. So you can do that with pretty much anything that can be grouped together. And now I have the, oh, sorry about that, the home application. And why it's important to have these attached is when we are audited by the company to make sure that we're retaining all of the documents we're supposed to per our contract. Nancy or I, whoever's handling the audit, can easily get them and just have the marketing rep or whoever's doing it sit at a desk and make sure everything's attached. We do not print and pull everything anymore. We just have them see that it's in here. But we are audited often, and if we fail, we could lose the ability to even submit business online. So it's important to keep that all in there. So now everything's there. We could, you know, the RCT's there from before. I have MVRs, the clues, everything's in here that we are supposed to, or we used to, keep in the file. Now it's just all electronic, and I can save this. We don't save any paper files. We just save everything for a year after it's stamped with the date that it was scanned and attached. Just in case we lose data, then we can recreate it if we need to, but after a year we shred everything. So now we have all our issue activities. Before we had quote activities, so you could see different revisions that I did, and I sold the higher limit. Now here's what I issued. So when the policies come in, they'll be attached as a PDF. We'll get a download that you'll see, and then you can close your issue activities after you get the download and receive the policies to send out to the customer. So now you know how to move documents to TAM Online, attach them in Applied, and what steps to take when you're issuing policies. The same thing would go if it was a rewrite. You were just going to have old billing screens here, and you'd make your new billing screens for the rewrite here. We'll do another YouTube video on that at a later time. Thanks.